Imagine that you were interviewing Kathleen Kennedy and you talked to her about how Disney and Lucasfilm has handled the criticism from fans over the past few years, and imagine her just saying to you that she loves fan criticism. She loves fan feedback. If that happened to me, I would probably laugh right in her face. Nothing could be further from the truth. So either she's lying or this is just a PR stunt to cover up for all the nonsense that Lucasfilm has been engaged in and Disney has been engaged in over the past few years. Honestly, I think it's probably a little bit of both, but let's go ahead and get into the comments here from Kathleen Kennedy. Lucasfilm president says she loves hearing fans' criticism of Star Wars. Oh, really, Kathleen? Oh, really? It hasn't exactly been entirely plain sailing for the Star Wars franchise since Kathleen Kennedy was named president of Lucasfilm following Disney's purchase of the company for over $4 billion back in 2012. The studio may have made their money back and then some after The Force Awakens, Rogue One, The Last Jedi, and Solo combined to earn close to $5 billion at the box office, but ever since Star Wars entered the post-George Lucas era, their series has been plagued by behind-the-scenes issues as well as coming under heavy criticism from certain sections of the fan base. With a franchise like Star Wars, which has been beloved by people from all walks of life for over 40 years and has been enjoyed by multiple generations, there's virtually no chance that every movie is going to be able to please everybody. Kennedy knows this too and addressed the fan opinion on Disney's handling of the franchise in a recent interview, claiming that the filmmakers themselves are fans and are willing to listen to their audience. What a joke. What a joke. I frankly love the feedback and the criticism. Oh, really, Kathleen? Oh, really? You develop a little bit of an armor, but you learn from that. It's kind of like having a continual focus group that's out there telling you things, whether it's what you want to hear or you don't want to hear. We're just like the fans out there. Oh my gosh. What? We're just trying to find out what's cool, what's heartfelt, what's strong storytelling, and so I have to say, within reason, I love the feedback. Really, Kathleen Kennedy. Every single thing that you said here in this quote is a lie. Is an absolute lie. I frankly love the feedback and criticism. Really. Yet you let Rian Johnson go out there and call the fan base things like man babies and things like that when we bring our criticisms to you guys in regards to The Last Jedi. If you were a good leader, then you should have tempered that if you love feedback and criticism so much. And on top of that, you've also said things like, the whole Lucasfilm thing where, you let me see if I have it here. You say that you don't need to cater to male Star Wars fans. You've made it very obvious that you have your own agenda when it comes to Star Wars, and that is what you're focused on. That is what's important to you, is pushing this type of agenda and not actually focusing on strong storytelling or being heartfelt or anything like that you are talking about here. You say that you're just trying to find out what's cool, what's heartfelt, what's strong storytelling. No, that has not been your focus at all. That is not what you're trying to find out at all. The Last Jedi was a complete train wreck. The Force Awakens was honestly not that great either. I mean, come on. And I can't actually believe you're just flat out lying like this. But I think a lot of this does have to do with the fact that I think Disney/Lucasfilm knows that the Rise of Skywalker is in for a hurting with the current direction that they're going, and so because of that, they're really trying to pander to the fans, to try to get them to kind of forget about everything that happened with The Last Jedi, with Force Awakens, with all of that. They want them to instead just forget about all of that and go see the movie, because I think that they really do know that this movie is not heading for a very bright future. So I think that's exactly what this is right now. She's just trying to sweet talk to the fans, to the fans that have basically given up on Star Wars ever since The Last Jedi. And it's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to work for me. I can see right through all of your BS right here, Kathleen Kennedy, and it's so obvious what you're doing here. you don't care about feedback or criticism. If you did, then you wouldn't continue to make the train wreck type of nonsense that you've been making with Star Wars ever since The Last Jedi. No, you don't care. You don't care at all. You know, I've said before that the only way that they could rectify what they did with The Last Jedi, with the absolute garbage that they did with Luke Skywalker and all the other characters in that movie, the only way that they could rectify that in a proper way is to have Rey wake up at the beginning of Rise of Skywalker and have all of that be a bad dream, a crappy dream. That is the only way that they could properly rectify the trash known as The Last Jedi. That is literally the only way. And then people could be like, okay, cool, we can just skip The Last Jedi completely and move on from there. But that is obviously not what they're doing here. Instead, they're panicking and they know that they need to rely on things like nostalgia to try to draw people back into the theaters. We're just hearing more and more BS coming out of the mouths of J.J. Abrams and Kathleen Kennedy and all of these other people that have done nothing but trash the fans over the past few years. If they actually wanted to make this up for us, they can start with an apology, with a public statement apology. They really, really could. Because there's a difference between, you know, doing things from a story perspective that fans don't like and doing things like you did with The Last Jedi, you know? Like, on one hand, if they do things creatively that make sense for the story still, then, and I don't like it, then that's fine. I can look past the fact that I don't like that because I'm like, okay, I understand why they did that, though, for the story. There's none of that with The Last Jedi. There's no reason that everything in The Last Jedi should have happened the way it should have. There's no reality where I can watch The Last Jedi, see Luke Skywalker sucking green milk from a space cow, and be like, yeah, that makes sense for the story. I don't like that, but I understand why they did that. There's no reality where that exists. Kathleen Kennedy is just lying right now. In this video, I offered a way for them to make it up for the fans at least a little bit, more than just saying, yeah, everything's been great. Everything's been great. That's the narrative that Disney and Lucasfilm has set up for, obviously, Kathleen Kennedy and J.J. Abrams and all the other people. They aren't going to acknowledge the screw up. Instead, they're just going to say, everything's fine. Everything is fine. Don't worry. Just come see the movie. It's all good. It's all good. And that is complete slime. That is complete nonsense. And I'm not going to buy into that at all. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think about Kathleen Kennedy's comments here? Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then consider subscribing to the channel if you are new around here. And I will talk to you all very soon in another video. Talk to you later. Bye.
Hey everyone, it's Jeremy from geeksandgamers.com, and if you're a fan of Geeks and Gamers, please go to our website, visit our merchandise store. We have t-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, tank tops, and in the very near future, we're going to have many more products for you to choose from. So thank you for the support. We appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.